A Twitter account which records filmmaker and mother. So it starts that you're very fond of being a woman, being a mother, and it's very important what you did with the two movies you've been directing, because you've been acting, producing, but in these two cases with Shut Up and Sing and Brave Miss World, you've been directing. How important is for women to speak out?
Well, I'm really interested in women who have the courage to stand up for what they believe in, no matter how hard it is. And with the Dixie Chicks and Shut Up and Sing, they gave up their career to stand up for freedom of speech. And for Lenore, also the subject of Brave Miss World, it's hard to talk about rape, but she had a lot of courage, which helped a lot of other survivors all over the world. So those are the kind of women I want to follow. And as far as being a filmmaker and a mother, that's the challenge for every woman who works. How do you balance it? But my children, they come with me, my husband too sometimes, and you just make it work if you care enough about what you're doing.
How much do you think a movie can change? I mean, on one side we have TV entertainment with a lot of violence, and on the other hand we have movies that show us the reality of feelings, of personal stories from girls or women.
Well, I'm a filmmaker, so I believe in the power of images. I think you can talk forever, but until you see something, it doesn't really go into your heart. So I hope Brave Miss World is part of the change. There are a lot of incredibly brave women in the film who speak out and tell their stories, and if that helps even one person to maybe tell their mom or a friend or go get help, then we've done a lot.
One last question. You've been producing Conversation with Gregory Peck, of course, and we all remember him for Roman Holiday, To Kill a Mockingbird, but he was awarded in 1969 by President Lyndon Johnson for his humanitarian efforts. How much did you learn from your father on this side, on this matter?
Well, I think it influenced me a lot. I mean, my father never saw himself as someone who was doing good. He just was a storyteller, but he cared about issues of social justice. So I hope that I inherited that legacy.
Thank you very much, Cecilia.
Thank you so much.
Cecilia, a question for Affari Italiani. We are media partner of the Taormina Film Festival. We saw a documentary where from one side we have the beauty and from the other we have the violence of the women condition through the world. It's not a country, but it's a worldwide problem. So how did you manage this strange condition and the courage of the protagonist who came out with this story?
Well, when you make...
With the main emotion.
Yes, I think in a documentary you look for a story that will take the audience from start to finish, and Lenore goes from being a very innocent young girl to somebody who speaks out on behalf of other women. So her story is the journey of any survivor of rape or violence. If you can have the courage to talk about what happened, then you begin to heal.
Making the movie, you found out more violence and more serious things that you expected or not?
Well, yes. I think all of us making the film, it was hard to realize how prevalent the issue is everywhere, all over the world, in every town, every school, every community, every house. So we felt a lot of responsibility to represent all kinds of rape victims, not just the victim of a stranger, but also it can happen in the home from a father or a grandfather or a teacher or someone you trust. It usually is someone known to the victim. So we try to tell the stories of victims all over the world.
Yeah, the cinema has a strong power. Do you think that in this case the power of the cinema could really help the situation, or it remains a movie?
Even if it helps one girl to tell their friend or tell their mother or call the police, then it's a beginning.
Okay, thanks a lot, Cecilia.
Thank you.